That's right. Yanko a best brain. I will for no muntie me. Books in the who here, education who here. I just the yepa. I the way you be no how bano. Books no so when you be a man can and shred your bear. Ebehani yepa. I don't know best brain publication for some can just the books in aba. I bet you. I don't know that will pay GHS books in it. Say your mathematics 7, 8, and 9 combined. Say your GHS science. I don't see a 7, 8, and 9 combined. And also say who pay social studies, RME, and I feel so French. And I also say who pay question and answers, integrated science, and ICT. And I also say pay mathematics. And also come a bat with their phone app. And I also say religious and moral education. Ninjinara. It will be our best brain publication. And you know, say who knows that? Obane pe adiesia. Or pe book papa pasia. Or pe book papa pa tonu osia no to make an exam so. And the knowledge the brains no akoyi amano. Your best brain publication. And them say me boy GHS na primary for na wo for na say nti Kojo mo ma ye. The bachelor primary no. There were mathematics for basic 1 and 6. There was science basic 1 and 6. There were creative art for basic 1 and 6. And there was scientific so religious and moral education so there were French, KG for Sumuntia, numeracy or creative art for KG 1 and 2 for next. And it's for KG 1 and 2. Nursery product in our hobby literacy for nursery and first numeracy. Then our hobby. Yam from Manafi and no Mundin Common. The young Koto book in the Hun here. And my AM Kalano 0241 520 946 0241 520 946. And also says 050 7200 200. Number 9 they say. And I'm about Manchester number if you're Munza. Ha! 050 7200 200. And then 050 4200 300. The best room number is there. We do be a collateral. Now, more than business. Also, war a year and crata da hono one sebio. And to me, Wusi come on. Yeah, to me, Danny a young crata man a year profit. I don't know. Medaya, they know when you're Juma. It is sorry, what if you would drink? The car crowd the bed did you cry a day? And so on crata, yeah, Japadia da hono. I won't find your shame. A clip said, Bra, I ain't come on. And no one Juma and a year. One crata, almost sure boss ain't feeling sada. And into the man, how men's row cry. Fabra, they need you, man. It is Shamo Ewa a dental barrier, Ewa Medimosis Hospital, a honum and a onsa ebeka muhi almost ye paswa. And also say, Oko West African SHS, war no one, onsa ebetimi a common bang a year. West African SHS war no, omo bang who pay. And also say a dental barrier, Medimosis in Chehonoma and a Eclipse collateral management for Ewo. And into no human who betimi alcohol from Ewa 054 383 2466 054 383 2466 na onyomo ND and common. Better say what they were video no ato a year Kessben 92.9 on radio on your dial is the FM and I face so also I wish them a year TV so on wish them Kessben TV and I also say over Facebook a year Kessben TV and I say Kessben 92.9 midin Ede or Mansonfo Kojo Preko Dankwah. Matanasi till 9:40 na yedi jumedio no abawie ye Kessben matching and na waso eguso sisiano. Ye ni nkomo ne hwe de ekoso o man ni mu. Enra na accountability series no ye Attorney General Minister of Justice Dr. Dominic Ayitey so taking the 10 with all the issues concerning Dr. Kwabena Dufo and Afezu Unibank, and then other matters that concern the country with regards to issues, for instance, with the National Service and Afezu amount for omu cases, financial losses, and Afezu political or the but one of the cases now very interesting has to do with Dr. Kwabena Dufo the issue concerning or no ene Unibank ene sikasɛm bi a ebepie mu a na nka sɛ ɔman no ɛgye efi ne honom na sika mu ka ho asɛm no ɛdɔso yie pa ɛyɛ ade a ano ɛhye yie pa ɛno nti no kwan a na aban pɛ sɛ ɔfa so na ɔgyegye no aban ba ye wayɛ ne sɛ de ayɛ ne deɛ ɛsɛ sɛ ɔhwɛ na otumi egye mu esane sɛ some serious amount bi etumi apie mu a ɔfo sɛ yɛtoa so a ɛbɛha adwene yie kakra but ɛno no yɛbɛde ho nkɔmmɔ we're looking at almost about 5.7 billion Ghana cedis na ɛyɛ Dr. Kwabena Dankwah and 7 others and Unibank na omode eye oman Ghana but I no and the person yedi nkomo nti ene eye mia menua bema lawyer my very good friend my lawyer indeed eye lawyer Raymond Bedema e wo line so ye no endi nkomo Raymond I hardly use the name Raymond so I've always heading the name Raymond but now Raymond Bedema that's my name is on the line lawyer na ye no ending nkomo lawyer Maakye bibia boko there nice. Kakra. Yeda. Radia se bibia esekoye. Asole asisi a wutwi na eba pa.
I'm learning small. You are teaching me. You are doing a very good job.
But you also just so say Maakye ni bibia boko na mu se twi na eba kakra.
By your it is coming small. I know we can get there.
Definitely. Now let's hit the ground running. Yesterday, Dr. Dominic Ayitey came out on the accountability series to also tell us exactly what is really happening or has transpired within the space of 7 to 6 months of the regime or probably his ministry. One of the biggest issues has to do with Dr. Kwabena Dankwah's issue. Would you be okay when you heard him say that, listen, I am cutting off the case and then I'm coming up with a proper measure to see that, listen, Kwabena Dankwah and 7 others will have to now start paying, but I am cutting off the case entirely. Are you okay with that? Minority is not okay with that.
Okay. A very good morning to you too again, and then also to your cherished listeners. It's always a great pleasure to be on your show.
Thank you.
I must say that we make laws for the people. Laws are made for the people, and for every law that is made, it is made to serve a particular purpose. Now, we need to appreciate what is the purpose of the plea bargaining law that has been made. You know, if you look at the history, you realize that over the period, when people are alleged to have misappropriated funds, they take them to court, and after prosecution, they are sent to prison. Now, when they go to the prisons, they are also taken care of by the state. Now, the state has lost money. They are taking the people who have caused that financial loss to the state to Insawam or any other prison, and they are going to use again state money in taking care of those people. Now, it will be better for the state to recover the money instead of putting those people behind the bars. Sometimes after they have gone to serve the prison terms, they come back to enjoy the money. So if there is any law that will help the state to recover the money, I think that law should be made. And that is the purpose of the plea bargaining law that has been made. So that people who have misappropriated funds or people who have caused financial loss to the state, if they have the capacity to pay, they should rather be taken to court to be paid or to pay the money that they have misappropriated. Is the essence of the plea bargaining law. And so what the the Attorney General did is to take advantage of the law in order for us to recover the money that have been misappropriated by the people who are arraigned before court. Now, for me, as a lawyer, what I can say is that the purpose for which the law was made is to be able to recover money. So if Attorney General, in his wisdom, he feels that instead of taking these people to court for prosecution and after prosecution they are sent to jail, these people are capable of paying the money. So let me use the law that is made available for me to be able to recover the money for the state. then that is better for me than to send these people to jail like we normally do, and then we still use the state funds in taking care of those people. So it is better for the state to be able to recover the money back. You know, we go to IMF and other foreign agencies for money. Sometimes if you look at the money that we go for, it is something very little. If we are able to recover all these monies, we may not be able to go back there. Look at the Nsawam Road. Look at that Amasamai Road. You know, those roads, some monies that are being misappropriated by these personnel, if we are able to recover, we could even use those monies to make those roads, which will be in the interest of the state. So we need, as a society, even as the society is evolving, we need to be rethinking about our punishment regime, so that we look at it and see, is it just okay for people to be punished, so that anybody who comes to those positions, so that after all, if I misappropriate the money, after I am taken to court, I may be serving certain terms of prison terms, and after that I come back to enjoy my funds. Let us find a means of taking the money from the people, so we could be used. Those monies could be used for the benefit of the state and for the generality of the populace. And I think that should be better, instead of taking those people to prison and they come back to enjoy their money. And so for me, I think that we should rather be encouraging the Attorney General to be able to recover most of these monies for the benefit of the populace.
Lawyer, there's this issue that in as much as Attorney General AG is saying or describing the settlement and withdrawal as practical and pragmatic, people also feel that politically, if we do continue with the fact that we're going to use the plea bargaining law, what happens? Then it means that every term of office, whether 8 years, 4-year term or whatever, people take a decision to do loot, and then they use part to do what they want to do. Then when they are caught, then we come in with a plea bargaining law to say, listen, we don't want to jail you people. We want you to pay back the money with all the things that you've done. Listen, you have to bring us back the money and all that. And then they come up paying back, even if they have done business with it or private business with it and all that. Are we not kind of encouraging these politicians who know very well that some of these things that they do, I am not saying Dr. Dufour has done anything wrong with the money. I'm not saying that, but I mean, giving a general appreciation to the fact that using the plea bargaining law, are we not arming these politicians to do what they want to do?
Kojo, you know, if you look at the charges that have been taken against the accused persons, there is none of them that is charged with stealing. So it is not that they have stolen the money. The charges are that they have caused financial loss to the state. So if someone who has been alleged to have caused financial loss to the state feels that, okay, if you think that I've caused financial loss to the state, let me pay the losses that the state has incurred. It is not that the persons, you see, there is difference between where the people are alleged of stealing and where they are alleged of having caused financial loss to the state. There are two things. If the persons are arraigned for stealing, it is a different case from where they are reported to have caused financial loss to the state. Now, if their actions and inactions are the result of the financial loss to the state, and they are in the position to make good their inactions, I think it is better. But if the alleged to have stolen, and the AG is coming to say that I am leaving them off the hook, then that one there is a problem. Because you get the point I'm making.
Yes.
It's not that the people have stolen the money, or they have used it for their businesses, like you alleged, that a politician may come and they want to use the money for their own thing, and if they are arrested, they will use the plea bargaining theory to pay. It is not that. These people are only alleged to have caused financial loss to the state by their actions and inactions. So if they think that they are in the position to make good their action that has caused financial loss to the state, because you don't think that it is a good thing to be done? Instead of taking these people to court as a prosecution, they are in prison. and after certain term of jail term, then they come back to the society again. If the people are capable of making good their wrong, let them do the good they are wrong and then come back to the society. But if the people are alleged to have stolen, then in that case, then they should actually be made to suffer the penalty for stealing.
When you hear Attorney General with regards to or respect to Dr. Dufour's case, where he says that, listen, asset recovery will be the best solution rather than dragging this thing, the trial in court, because since 2019, if I recall, was when the case was sent to court, and it's been 4 years. So it means that it's the Attorney General on the right path by saying that, listen, asset recovery will be the best thing to recover the last almost about 430 or so million Ghana cedi that is left, so that then we can proceed from there. But minority feels that we need to still go through the process in terms of dragging it in court. And do you share the same view? Because they feel what the Attorney General has done is not good, especially when they know very well and they've established that the Attorney General himself was once a lawyer for Dr. Dufour in a case of the Republic versus Dr. Dufour and 7 others.
You know, the truth is that the minority have their opinion and they have expressed it, that it's actually their right to express their opinion as to how they feel about the matter. But let's not forget that this matter started when they were in government. If it was just easy like they are saying, then they would have done it long ago, right? Over the period, they have been in court with Dr. Dufour and the 7 others, and nothing has come out of it. So if we have another Attorney General who feels that, look, instead of being in court for this litigation and we are not seeing the head and tail of it, let us go for the money which the people are capable of paying. For me, I think it is a good thing. We should encourage such a thing instead of continuing to be in court, which we don't even know the head and tail of it. We don't even know when it will end. If under the circumstance, we can just go to court and we are able to recover some of the amount of money that these people have, or of course they state to lose. I think for me, we should rather encourage them to do so.
Somebody is asking, what is the difference between a case where we find Atuesian, First Capital Bank, okay, in court, in probably jailed, and then Dr. Kwabena Dufour's case?
Well, the cases are almost the same, because in all it is about causing financial loss to the state. The only difference is that now we have a law which the Attorney General wants to take advantage of, which is also within the remit of the Constitution. Right? It is, punishment is there for people who have committed crimes against the state. Those people are to be punished. But aside that punishment regime, we also have the law which is known as the plea bargaining law. And the purpose of it is to be able to recover certain amount of money that has been misappropriated by officials back for the state. So in the wisdom of the AG, it shows that, okay, let us take advantage of the law to be able to recover some of the money for the state. Why don't we encourage him to do so? For me, I don't think there is anything wrong with it. And mind you see, laws are not made to take retrospective effect. Laws are not made to take effect from the past. They are to be made to take prospective effect, to be seen happening in the future, not in the past. So if Atuesian, at the time, they could not take advantage of the plea bargaining law, they cannot seek to go back to take advantage of it. It has happened and it is past and gone.
But I thought he did. I recall, if my memory serves me right, that he wanted to even sell some of his assets. I mean, to really, get to defray the cost. I mean, it was. So that even brings me back to this question. I mean, it might be a street question, but indeed, people will want to understand. So, which law or what law was former Attorney General Dami was using as against what current Attorney General is using? What was the difference?
That's what I was saying, that, the criminal justice system, we have the Act 29, which deals with those matters. That is the general criminal jurisprudence, where a person is alleged to have committed a crime. The only thing is for the person to go for punishment. Now, aside that law, there has been another law which the state has made, which seeks to recover the money that have been taken away or that has been misappropriated, and that is the plea bargaining law. So it is discretionary for the Attorney General to use which of these laws against accused persons. So that is why I'm telling you that if in the past we could not take advantage of this law, where we could recover monies that have been misappropriated, like in the Atuasian case, I don't know why we could not have taken advantage of the plea bargaining law in order for the state to be able to get back the money that has been misappropriated. And so if today we have a new Attorney General who want to take advantage of that law in order for the state to be able to recover the money, we should be encouraging that Attorney General instead of going ahead to say that he's not doing well, he's only doing the bid of NDC loyalists. That is what my point. Today we have an Attorney General who want to take advantage of the plea bargaining law in order for the state to be able to recover the monies that have been looted or that have been misappropriated. Same discretion could have been used by the former Attorney General in order for us to recover all the money by the Atuasian. Now Atuasian is in prison. Atuasian has properties. He could have sold in order to what? Pay back to the state. So this man can go his way, do his business and other things. See, punishment is only in our part of the world that we feel that punishment is for somebody to be given some pain or by pain. Punishment could also mean that somebody is prevented from enjoying something. That is also punishment. So if you go to other jurisdictions, punishment could mean that they take you to an island, you have everything, but you do not have your freedom to move about. It is a form of punishment. You are denied of your liberty of moving about. It is also punishment. So punishment could also mean that somebody who has his mansion, the mansion is taken away from that person. So instead of enjoying the fruit of your excuse my language, your criminal act, you are deprived of that, and it is a form of punishment. That could also serve as deterrent to others that, look, if I used state money wrongly to acquire certain properties, in event that I am taken to court, those properties could be confiscated. And so it is a way of deterring people from going ahead to committing those kind of crimes. We need to see punishment in a holistic manner instead of just about inflicting of what pains on the accused or the convicted person. We have gone beyond that stage where we say that if somebody has removed your eye, the punishment is that person's eye should also be removed. And I think even Parliament has taken positive steps to make a law where even if somebody commits a murder, the punishment should not also for that person to be murdered.
Law, let me ask this. Now, the ranking member on the Constitution and Legal Affairs Committee, Mr. or Honorable Kwame Enyemedu Enchi, and the minority are now giving specifics, and I want us to go into that. Okay. Would it be a bad call to say the Select Committee on Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs to call the Attorney General on this one, to the fact that he, Attorney General, was a lawyer to Dr. Dufour in the case of the Republic versus Kwabena Dufour, and now the same Attorney General comes back to say, let's say, the man has paid over 60% of the debt, so the rest will be done through asset recovery. Are they on the right course to call on the Select Committee on Constitutional and Legal and Parliamentary Affairs to see to this?
You know, the legal profession, we have certain ethics. We have ethical issues where there is conflict of interest. So the first thing, or the first line as a lawyer you need to cross if a matter is brought to you is to have your conflict of interest checked to see whether or not you are conflicted in any way. And when we think conflict of interest, it could be in any form. Are you having any relational having any relation with the accused person or your client who is coming to you? Do you have any proprietary interest in the matter? Do you have anything? So you have to check that first and foremost, to check and see if there is any conflict. Now, where there is no conflict, you can go ahead to represent the client. But if there is a conflict and you go ahead to represent the client, then the best place to go is to go to General Legal Counsel to report to the lawyer who is conflicted but has gone ahead to do the case. So for me, I will order that if the minority feels that there is a conflict of interest matter arising from the matter, then the best place to go is General Legal Counsel, and not to, they have to go there.
They added that, and then to say that they see potential breaches of legal ethics and professional misconduct by the AG.
Yes. So under that circumstance, the best place for them to go is to go to General Legal Counsel, because General Legal Counsel is the body that is mandated in checking all the misconduct of lawyers, judges, and all those kind of stuff. So under that circumstance, they can go there and then check.
No, we'll end it here, and then me that's it. Say only Eddie and Komo. The tree is good now. Lawyer, thank you so much. Lawyer Raymond. Bidema any no AD and common FA their cost when it comes to Dr. Dofo and I feel so accountability series now. Dr. Dominic Honorable Ayene Ede Etu Jano Muye na fe yentie their cost with accountability series when it comes to Dr. Honorable Dominic Ayene.
Now, a report on the docket for the oral cases, including the mathematical sets, the All Africa Games, and the drip scandals are being prepared by the National Investigation Bureau for my attention. I expect to receive that investigative report in a few weeks for work to begin on filing charges in court. The Economic and Organized Crime Office has completed investigations in respect of Wuntumi, Chairman Wuntumi, and the former National Buffer Stock Company CEO, Mr. Abdul Wahab Hanan, and their accomplices. The results of both investigations will be announced very soon. The police CID have also completed a docket on the Akunta mining case and submitted same to my office. We have prepared charges and sent them back to the police CID for the suspects to be formally charged before their arraignment in court in the coming days. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, my fellow countrymen and women, in conclusion, I wish to remind you of the fact that when I announced the Kobina Edubohin investigation, I was blunt in stating the fact that I am open to engaging in plea bargaining with those who have been investigated and found to have looted or stolen state resources. I minced no words about my intentions and will therefore not shut the door to any accused person willing to enter into negotiations with my office for purposes of reaching a plea agreement.
Okay, Honorable Doctor Dominic Ayene and Ayete and Kano or the Aye and the money be brenano to job. But so what would you know say? Since the only a say dear, I contamine in the Abaton and Nemo Moy or my young Juma, sharp. A moment they call back to a CID for no motion for him who the bit to me that regards to a Doctor Mr. Doctor. Won to me at the and then again or cancer say I know what seminal I know she I know day now person ban negotiation with the name of a plea bargaining law no some rano what about be juma na be negotiation na ube negotiate na fe wo de sika na be ba de ono de I mean okay obetimi ahwe ama bibia etumi akoyi amount and no I asem kese ba de be di ho nkomo but unim Yanshana Feyentie the minority make a Constitution Legal Affairs Committee
could have put NIB through the same process.
Do entry.
Right. But instead of
conference and rap almost year with regards to a Doctor Honorable Dominic Ayene accountability series, Okotache on a Ora Dr. Dufo a case, omo for says our case in there and send fata says if you court is here na mum no the why ne there they are hoping says omo manemre wa ma back there almost on court to really return the case back to court yentie omo na fe yemra back is here
SSA yema the Leonard Attorney General emremuno senka yefra BBNP nolly prosecutor so obi ye bone next Attorney General ye prosecution anka oye nolly prosecutor na opilea obi ye musano benkum obi ye musano metim obi ye musano makao na what the Attorney General ye nolly prosecutor and oye press conference ba montin say in the interest of transparency so person niema muda ho pepinti o person o treaty na edienti a oye nolly prosecutor na niema o treaty mu no na ma ye hunu say ene na etese ye busa no sembi ema nya ensem bebree eyi ano essence of person oye transparent there ene o mai asem no mu ye na ife nyina ehun na ye hu say asem no saying it here. Now, that's why nolly process why no enter area. The can ya ye can, and no ye can say, or no, the kind now of a kind. And you want to be how you see Ghana for the fact is that Unibank no. Now you're lawyer man Unibank, and now you're lawyer Emma Doctor Babnadu, and now what's the Patrono, Wababe Attorney General. And to what some now we lawyer man, and no Gusua, who ye now say for and now.
Okay, enti honorable Kwame Enyimedu entry or your ranking member on the Constitution and Legal Affairs Committee our Parliament and ye turning canon on also a day reasons in tia almost say Ora Dominic Doctor honorable ayene ensem fata say or this idea ne betu dwanom ehun komo enana ono so odi o chechiremu se ne be ya obi aso beti ase but it's interesting say ye dey eye case na akwakofa baby ye dey afa no the issues that has to do with say ona no your your doctor do for lawyer enu ntino ss eye legal counsel for ehwe na omutumi ehwe say bibi wo mu a obi beka say potential breaches legal ethics in mu na a lawyer for no betumi akire ye pa minimum lawyer for ni tie ye pa omo tie no betumi I responded to these ones for us na for yesu ehun kwan be fa so a yesu betumi na ye for no so edi hu enkomo ye pa 11 minutes past the hour of 8 meeting the man so for Kojo Preko Dankwah ye ni nkomo na ye ne best brain publications for ending komo na awofo no my ready muntie isa na say books ni de ye de aba papa ye de aba nkola ni sua de a omo hu ni ye pa umpewe na opedien ye ni hu nkomo na fe ye ne best brain for entwetwe nkomo emfa ho ne ye hwe ene nkomo ebedi book no me de hu hia me ye pa ene nkomo be ne ebedi good morning de kan
good morning na
bibia boko de
ihu adu bibia boko papa
nice best brain obia ho ye
ihu adu bibia tiapo
fine me de phone app ne me ene hini kapa
anse na ma wo hwe video so
hu ade no
na kan
kwa ya ke na yes afa na se no so my idea pa my idea ba so obia ho ye de
ihu adu bibia tiapo
ye de radio say yenkwa yenim den e ho maye ne
na mechire ma chetifo ne ahwefo nyina no pen se ne bia ka se opese oto fapem papa e ma obada ache de a best brain book quality mi bua eto sa fapem no ma obada ache yedi kan no se ne bia ka se na kaje books nyina atum book a o kenkan emre pa o de chade nso a emre na mamofo so ti ade na se yie papa na ma best brain book e dance okra on se de bia ka se from crutch akusi SS ya ye kakra na ye ba be creative art ne we basic 2 creative art na creative art emodu pa o
emodu
na se
creative art emodu
o man na kasa kwase hwe ne yi a ebo man kwan horo bebre so on se bi mu adwen se o se creative art de adrodro nko a de bi nye sanity anya sakra artwork no a dozen also you go for mo bia do match de saa do match na friend say artwork no ebi eye adwom to artwork ni bi no e dance hwe ko amafo fa so to dwom ebi eye asa ebi enso se eye se obontwene no ebi se o drodro ebi se wo do nsa enwene ade on say na artwork no e do so pa Africa artists one say someone say culture. She say you hwe ye man mu a your ethnic groups be obia wa de be unique.
Yeah.
Ewo ne e beka say ne kasa mu ene say your omo festivals ahoro bebrebe. Best brain book church ni nyina. Afenzo on say creativity na no. Esa aboa tourism. Enti yo mia horo bebrebe yo ho a obade nankasa de amaye efe creative atintimi bua ama sa akwansa adwuma no enso ekoso pa cheche mia horo a obehu we nyina den ho na break kro nankasa no so di yankasa nipa so ye a akwansa fu ta ba be apa be hwe enso eden ho enti se we basic too no yen hwe yen nema horo bi a kan say dialect ahoro no eye strong kokura wo wo de menfa akan san hweso so far asante in particular na oye obibi e unique e wo the whole world obi eni bi e dey ade golden stew wa na obi also obi eni bi o efe enu ti abrofo kra so omba be dey ombe fa so montimi ai dey amfa nko edanso bibiye mu enti wa ma abofra na hu se oba asante a obenya no afi yan konof kakra okonof nso ade na unique pa ho batakare no on se edos egu ahodo eni wa asa nana se omode sa me mkwasha mutimi fanzi on se sitie neso en omo ye won dia no hwese ne a se ohye odidi asa and say o shall be to we oye dialect we dialect omo ka say nim say na obia batakere dey e strong kofa you don't say e unique edem sanso na oba e won so omo so onima e unique eden edem okọ isin so e onima e unique dem bisi say e ho na binya no okọ isin ya on say ahwini ahoro nyina ho na e fiba efeye na adeba akọ se de bia ka no abofra no ye kira abofra na de no ade kro na o kan wasam no wa man na edikan wa man na picture eno na ebo abofra ma de aka abofra na tirim ne abofra so o kan wasam a otima de aka ne ye nti bia no wa he picture fefefe e wa de kodi a de o kan wasam no e bia wa he ho picture fefefe eto de ma ye hwe enema horo na ye ka se obade da maye sa boa tourism no o de yen hwe ni mahoro bi on say apart from say ukobu no a obenya kan say monkey sanctuary no enye honko na bi o ukọ baby ti say yen ewoland no so a omo so mo bibi sa fefefe den ewo ho breako na so ade ba ko a water force on say your kese pa organo eno ho on say sand ma we nyina twetweba abofo ne nsi obehu ne nyina afi sa canopy work no apart from the work cape side no so no enso sa awo foforo enso mia horo enso water sa afi enso ye wa fabajo afajato mountain no kama on say creative art na ebo ma ehu sa ne ma horo we nyina na tourism abem and say obi ba o man no opamia horo abehwehwe a omo na die enim se ukọ ha behu we ukọ ha be dey obehu we den e wo ho afi ensam na edwuma di ahoro no so emia horo ni ma horo a yitimi enwene on se obi han so sa den e wo ne de se de di kan aka no so oba ha santisi a ye onimo bebrebe yitimi dey enwene ho no e biti se kente ahina obenya no aya sante bonre ene ne nkura atwa ho hia obenya ne nyina aden e wo ho afa se ye de ye nwini kukuo ene so obenya bi nso eden e wo ho Afe say de edua esene ade eno so benya dai obenya bi yo ho ndio say eboa ma enema horo bi a obofran no anka se betimi adan aye ededi creative na e kan wasem nenso enso awofo no ya ye di say oh me be ko school oba be lawyer oba be engineer oba be eno na we timu there be creative art na timi bua obofra no e won hu ni talent ankasa enti sa abofra yo bi otuni ni nsanwe na de a bua no ono na die no so yo bi oso timi e draw ni ma horo bi a onso bi ho a obi timi hwe si ya na wa draw wato onso na die no bua no yo mi horo bebrebe eden eboa ohwe mpaboa leather say ya hifa pa na obenya bi eno so ukọ enough say amoye di ho adwuma pa ya kra so di ho adwuma pa sanso na kuma senso side esa ye bi na sasante region no enso ye sane ma horo pa don't say e basa ne ma horo we say mfa insanya de ye nwina de nda ade obia regions obia eden e woni de na best brain book edomu su komo abofra ti ase ye na obusa ono so ne talent ne sen ye na obitimi ade aye we my best book e dance onya book bi emu best book e dance pa no mu se esu ye enu nti dia obitimi aye no e se obomo se obede obeye enu nti na e se obomo dance by phrase sia 0507 200 200 afa 0241 52094 so person to fa pem papa ma badachi on say in creative art no you be on school dem da o na so ne ma o de nsa be ne mo be ye no e na dos pa yi enu ti na hu hia pa say ope base brain book na to sa fa pem no de oban ti mi ye no o cheche mo o ye ne ye no so daachi otimi nye den otimi nya nkwani mu pa e wo ne ma o ye num na say be I can you from crèche akosi yen SS no and e crèche no ni ma horo ben ye wo oba yen crèche nse ya wabanya literacy activity obanya numeracy activity obanya scribbling obanya coloring ni na afi activity book bebrebe e wo yen crèche no obanya bi ho afi so so oba yen nursery nso a wabanya literacy for nursery 1 and 2 obanya numeracy for nursery 1 and 2 obanya writing obanya phonics sanso obanya picture reading ni na for nursery side no afi so buy engage nso a bobanya numeracy for KG1 and 2 banya literacy for KG1 and 2 banya award our people for creative and 2 banya creative arts banya phonics banya writing afi banya can say Karen na break banya comprehension ni nyina for KG books beto chat papa ma badachi nti frey was 0507 200 200 afi 0241 520946 afi so buy in basic nso a ebia yo book 1 to book 6 obenya maths book 1 to book 6 obenya science obenya english obenya what are people obenya computing obenya creative arts obenya scientific obenya history obenya arami obenya kwapem obenya mfante obenya dagbani obenya ga obenya ewe obenya french ni nyina basic 1 to basic 6 sanso na ye ma workbook science and maths ni nyina afi so ba ye JSS no enso a nana combine so to basic 7 na odiwie nti maths combine science nso combine afi english combine career technology combine creative arts combine afi ye three ye social ye army ye french ni nyina combine afi o ma pass questions for all subjects nso abetin sade egu phone so nti phrase here was 0507 200 200 afi 0241 520946 obayen SS nso benya biology na afi benya government nso ene so be pe biato anfa kro no benya biato ba bia obi a bookshop obi a the ballroom so pe best brain book break na so where akra ha na okwa Lawrence Park ICIC mon ni top road mu a benya books of bebrebe ho so fi e kan say of an constant ban so do ma 7 so a play learn so ho afi wo Medina so abo South Line so Zango Junction kwa wo kuma so akọ wo ni aduma ya nde benya bi ho wo takware so akọ market circle okofodua so akọ total 2 wo tamen so akọ taxi rank and say bookshop be obia so person to chas papa mba badachi say the creative arts me can say obehu oba no de obetimi aye ne wo boa no ato so de a bomodia so the best brain book among ne friend was 0507 200 200 after 0241 520946 so pe book papa eto fapem papa na obetimi aboa de dachi de a nana best brain book nko na betimi dey aboa ama otimi ayesa.
All right. Yada say best brain for say motumi the books papa say abre ye nkwada no na ye gidi ye say ombaba na omo aba beto na omo esuade ye ba.
Na kare bako.
Okay.
Best brain say na ni jim se na ese dwumedi ho pa ho.
Okay.
Enti ne o se ye ma host papa ye ho.
Oh.
Ye ma na diary.
Nice.
On say moduma na ya chocho pa.
Yeah, chocho pa. Yeah, chocho pa.
Na fe ye t-shirt fe so. On so nya bako.
Oh, okay.
Na fe ma da papa ziga. On so nya ne diary.
Ziga chocho pa.
On so chocho papa.
Eh, ti diary no mo na be de one ho.
No so nya ne t-shirt papa so dey e bako.
So won in krata na egu on.
Oh chocho pa.
On ni na be good diary ni.
Won pese mu na what be pile.
Best way for some shade pa mo won say krata no chocho pa.
Oh chocho papa.
Ehun ya pa. Mi aso chocho pa.
Also diary and t-shirt bako. Recognize so.
All right.
E ma host so.
Okay, and funny the man na on jene die yeda se pa best bring for yeda mase ye pa se mo ache de enti se obetimi aba enya hwe obetimi aba na odi amame yeda se pa sa ye betro best bring publication yeda mase ye pa se mama ye diary and afi so t-shirt okwa champagne for my almost ye pa yada se pa eti any best brain for na edi and common efa eye omudwumedi omudie books ne omotonton ema ye nyina no ehon komo na yedi ye no Bayport fixed deposit for say Bayport omo ye fixed deposit na fixed deposit no omo ye no omo ya mame ene wo se na be ya yisika ne betime nya homo na etumi awo ama ye pa erinti no se o per fixed deposit aye pa dia oni eye Bayport for endi enkomo isane se omo na ometumi aye ne ye ama pa omo ka se wukra eye 5000 po na se eda ho eno enwo ma na emom no wo de brain ya eye Bayport for a ye betumi e de ato ho no mama 1 year ubenya eye 1000 Ghana cedis interest e wo so sa so na wukra eye 20,000 say opesa oni edi juma would be fixed depositor bosumi nsia ye betumi ama eye interest of 1,820 Ghana cedis ye betumi edi atoso ama we no enye joke enye nada enti no wa wukra eye 100,000 and going you know so no ukra eye 100,000 as all the bar 1 year ye betumi ama 20,000 as interest e was so enti no eno so e betumi abo ye pa umpewe na opede Bayport na mene wo edi hu enkomo omo fixed deposit no enti ne se opese oni omudi nkoma afre eye manager no Mr. Bonnie on 0245 153 283 0245 153 283 and also says 020 412 5878 020 412 5878 Bayport or say your future now and no and na omono edi hu enkomo no entaredi ya na wato material so hu bebi apese okopam no material na wato no opo obi onko betima pam ni ye pa amount na chesa wo sha na ejebo wo so sa na amount fans na yes watari de efe watari de wan pam ye watari de wan pam ye so opese unya sa eye fans no unya eye the correct one awokwa umbe biom na watari netima pam ni ye party am bom aka che se chepam e wo hono mo betumi abo am otumi ayesa de ma we nyina say your office where wedding parties church funerals ene de aka nyina no chepam e wo hono mo betumi apempam ni nyina amaw enti so ko chepam hono ma ono so nenum bo enye den de enti ntare bia pesa wo pam bia no chepam e wo hono e ma wo betumi ahwe na wetumi apempam ni nyina amaw owo aye awoshi market honum na chepam ewo se uhia ne ye pa so na so person friend na oba epo no obesusu na ojo material na mpo kra oni material na so person no apempam mawa obetua ne nyina ma ode a 020 68 37738 020 68 37738 eno eye chepam number or see eye chepam your custom tailoring or no na obetua ne nyina amount sa udiem edodo pains ne kwara ewo mo arthritis how menstrual cramps eso how amasisi ano chese oda no hu bia endane make sure say ahomka heat patch e wo hono ma e betumi aboa na ahwe ama pain ni etumi akọ almost no pain in 2025 made them beyond the crack and we say after 2025 oda so use ahomka heat patch pa dia na che say wo pain no enya dia beba biom de tie nie ahomka heat patch no oto a wo de te oti ano a ahomka heat patch na e green label ni e green oti ano a obehu ade fitaa bi e kata ani wo yi anu fi hono de di kan a na fei wo de eye ade na the other color na we brownish eno na wo de betare bebia eye wo ya no wo de tare so a ye de opeso ye bia wo de so watare gusu na kwa adwuma ye de opeso ye bia kokrom ye de opeso ye bia wo de mpacho ye but obehu ane se eye pain no heat na fi eye patch ni mu no ekọ widiem wa obehu se yes enye magic na mum no eye ade papa a ebeboa na eye wie so a pain no enya de ebeba biom enti no to ahomka heat patch ne jai eduro na wanomano painkiller na wanomano jai na to eye ahomka heat patch na afaye de se ene de fata o peduduro to akọ Accra Origin Chemist, Art Pharma, DM Sphere, Sub Health, Kumasi Dani Pharma, Alpha Dio, Panacea Pharmacy, Kofrodia Gapsin Pharmacy, Eastern Chemist, Tamale Malarigo Pharmacy, Takrade Boakwa Pharmacy, and Afeso Knock Chemist. Mo pe distribution ayenom ewo regency ni nyina no. Mo friend number we on 0599 802297 0599 802297 and that's 0248 509003 0248 509003 and also says 0536 645 334 and no homka heat patch na onyomo edi enkomo 30 minutes past the hour of 8 bidding at your man so for Kojo Preko Dankwah from now to 9:40 the no one be this juma we ziga atena say you be din komo afa what is happening now face so ziga steak in odi ebre on Kessben match brought to you by Doc Chaco papa and omode ziga steak no ebre but ene ye bedin komo ye ne miami nua be Mahmoud Kabori ye ne bedin komo one-on-one ene na ya share what is really happening with the mining industry, you know, accountability series, you know, before Dr. Ayene no na Minister for Lands and Natural Resource ora Honorable Kofi Amaboa and the buyer. But the baby didn't come here because of the never be brenano na atujwa. We need to interrogate it and find out say indeed sanyama we nyina no akosi saying pa na akwakosi ebedi nyina ho enkomo but Doc Chaco is bringing us a Ziga stick on Kessben marching. Ziga, bibi aboko there.
Yeah, but
nice. Ziga the
Kabori. Kabori they say Kabori we Kabori they say ja. Kabori how because Paul or how Peter and Kenya myself. Yeah.
Is there never been common here share your course with accountability series no na
yes.
Na bibi aboko there.
Nyame adom bibi aboko.
Na sorry. And I am now Mondays when you want.
There be Mondays and then ameko. And the Tuesdays, Thursdays.
Tuesdays and Thursdays. Twice a week.
Tuesday and I'm the Thursday account.
Okay. Some I can say buy and pay me no ko.
Theology. Obala be na ho afia. Na ya obayoda.
Enko anymore.
But Kofo Filu.
Me that's it.
Yes, Kofo Filu pa. Boss we kitu ebihwe.
Okay.
Adani Eka Price Control Act.
Yes.
Now, Uche Yadridisi, so Mr. Kwesibotri, Dr. Kwesibotri,
yes.
The first doctor
yes.
at the in economics.
Yes.
Or no can doctor in economics. He said, NDC Funya Bisada. You get me? Eti near Kanasemo Hasi. And near Kase. And Kofu Anebu Ebunipa at that time. Nente. Ushe President Rollins. So we read Dr. Yawobeda Samwa. The books, Politics in Ghana. So we do working with Rollins, with Professor Kwame Nahoi book now. You realize that the revolution, Rollins revolution was not bad. They said the name for a describing an year's son, no more describing a chain. It wasn't something you too bad. Nemum and no mebia. Why the calculation here or the better time? And now it takes something out of the revolution. The revolution became unpopular. Ebine nipa ne iraira. Ni who am aware about. Both military and civilian people are now omoyra about this country. Judges are you ku omo up to now yenim nipa oku omo. Oh, firing squad I buy. Civilians are no ma fire ban sika. I kibetimi a try omo. Ye do mbeko bia condemn and I say you be jailu omo for life. We gave them the firing squad. The one that gave President Rawlings a man revolution about from Pai and a 32-year-old boy. I know what Controller and Accountant General Department. I'll cover 25 million, which is Titiscano. Today is a 2,500, right? Good. Now of fast scan. Of fast scan now. You didn't call tribunal. Yes. Not a bono. Yes. Not Rawlings science. All the international communities no spoke against it. And married the revolution no ebe unpopular. But revolution itself is saying kofo na ahode normal ediegu abont ediegu dem na ene okoto no okoto ade a ye bibia enmai bibia mai be na okoto A4 sheet na se bia woto no 10 Ghana cedis ade be che obekọ na bia na 3 cedis. That is what the revolution came to stand for. You understand? To clear that mess. But no more the better town and the revolution no ebe unpopular. You see, President Kufuor faced the same problem. Upon all the social intervention programs, President Kufuor the buy. At a point, 2 issues. BT say, Madame Gaziyezi issue. What I say is in the crest and the crack. The President Kufuor fast so no amwa. Dr. Anani's issue. Jamaican watch I say it took something out of President Kufuor's regime. Kwame Nkrumah nye bad. Dr. Nkrumah is a global icon. Uko Addis Ababa, the headquarters of Africa. Dr. Nkrumah is step to see ho. Dr. Nkrumah was adjudged the best politician in the last 100 years by BBC. Martin Luther King Foundation named Dr. Nkrumah as a man of the millennium in Africa. And the blacks. Nkrumah wasn't bad. Eduma Nkrumah here, the reason why that's support Dr. Nkrumah Dino, it is all because and no more be no yetiminya head of state or president be amane be equally. And nothing that's support the Dino. Jamaica what I say. They were the independence. Edema Rwanda today ye money didn't say Paul Kagame because Paul Kagame aye bibi amana apana sadin. President Mahama. Media men 7 producer, me Centroni. I'm a broadcaster, see journalist. I a castle radio so opportunity nyanya and yeka. De ye hunu ewe chire animu. Ye namwa, ye salai koto aduane. Sometimes ye fa commercial cars. De nkofo ka ene bia yete ye pese ye kabiche no. Oba ye se wa ya de. Wo judge no for 8 months here wabaya. The economic indicators are yeka ho asem. Your reserves are over $2.something billion. Abeka ho inflation is stagnant. Government expenditure ya from dollar above from. Everybody is hailing President Mahama. But when you careful, sadie ye ekosu. High profile cases ye call for nolly prosecution. One share ya it will take something out of the you know why you finish and abamu. Jamaican watch I say. Yes, okay. When you're careful, it will take something out of Namamuno. Because you 7 cases. So 7 high profile cases. Nobody is saying say asam no abano so mu differ and so mu differ. But how ekono. And no na mesu say because you see President Mahama has a record of jailing his own people.
Yes, why he be there?
Yes, Abu Gapele. President Mahama jailed him.
Yeah.
President Mahama has a record of sacking his people or more potential corrupt people like if I say Victoria Hammer. But we had the same thing in Nana Dankwah Kufuor's case, which is a person of Sputnik V issue. And the same thing. But Victoria Hammer kwada when we see no kind. He was sacked. So President Mahama has a track record of that. But what is happening today? That's why you're very careful. And here, it will take some shine out of his government. Cases upon cases. Then you sit down for Attorney General, Asembia, near Eko, Asembia, Neko, and how come that all of them are NDC people? I don't feel comfortable for him at all. Yeah? It could be that Abaina ne wasono, jail people or put them in court because of politics. And the bet me abase, one also so it is also because of politics. But the fact of the matter is say, we show bit is Saglame issue, or Mr. Fosampo issue, Snit, Dr. Lawyer Ernest Thompson, on George Hagan Mensa issue, Democracy Hub issue, Oliver Vama Womu issue, Bank of Ghana Dr. Siama issue, Cocoa Board issue, which is Asedu Agongone, Dr. Puni, and an ambulance issue. All these issues I can was it ni be one sawam. You know bia will face the same trial on sawam. Kumasi prisons. The whole Ghana, nobody is facing such a if I say equal. The same thing. The American watch I say. It could be say innocent. It could also be that obudifo. But the speed na yanyanwa. Yade clear omuninano. That is what President Mahama have to be very careful, or else it will take something out of. Because listen, the international community said they are watching. The American watch I say, and this opposition, the minority they have no. Me catch all say the last time I declare President Mahama a winner. Me can say this minority, the only thing that can save them, can make them behead, is a press conferences. Everything they want to expose, they want to share with Ghanaians, because they wouldn't be heard on the floor of Parliament. The American writers say it is only press conference. Yes, it be classed, you know, and I hear they do press conference. It no me piano piano. The international community pick it. So we need to be very careful. The American writers say na enkoye say NDC phone call bia ye be high profile cases that has an element of criminality in it. All these people now that is what I say Mr. President Mahama ye say ye be ye krana yen gabene kakra because so o gabena so it doesn't make suspicion automatically follow you. But say a bomb speed within 6 months 7 high profile cases, including we say the Unibank issue 8 ena nini nako emwa as a country the American what say that's all. That's and me pesa me kasa che yaba yes Paul Oha Peter Oha Paul Kenya me say Mr. Kabori about champion Kabori
yes you know Dr. Chaku
and me di bema ayi honorable Kabori
Dr. Chaku
offer bi koma me kasa me offer
o minister
amabuya won de baby abeku bia yeah na da Roma amabuya pemasem eti match we fe do doc charcoal powder
doc charcoal
doc charcoal powder na doc charcoal powder they say the CCT o say the package ni kwa efe we enti say de yabu aso na we ka yeka say yabu aso asa o ti ase yabu aso na eno no ubie ya na ba peto atade de we de enti sa utwa kakra ho kakra bia no start use na we no obi a obofno pa de bia obofno udi aduane anwa wo pe na abofno udidi na anu nsuo pe na abofno uye bibi kakra bi na abofno we eye doc charcoal powder ene bedu asam e dia ma doc charcoal powder ene bedu asam dia ma e do obi a osa wo so osa na cheche wonu nu wiase ni na enkoda eye doc charcoal powder osa style bia bi eyabukro eni ti kura da sade we se wo ho and obi asabi producer obi odidi ntem akofa halitosis diama no because aduane ni ntimi digest so obi o hot by the chest obi won yam ebi wo so woni tirim eye doc charcoal powder e de bedi wasam dia ma yare bia won ansunum problem obi a odidi ade bia je okono nuji anaso okono maduro fufuro bi na etetew eye doc charcoal powder e na bedi wasam ma na wenu eye 100% natural and ye de aye etu sakakra bi dugu warm water mu a no ano papa bia empty stomach e be flash all the toxic enuanufuna wadi obia bia na ade bi hunahuna pesa mouth stroke akomayare ne sa no ma no e be flash ni na out wey enie ye fe no doc charcoal powder eye powder activated charcoal na we no ne bo onye den e na nyame adomara kwa bebia be ko Ghana bia benya bi pharmacy bia ne herbal shop bia no ubenya doc charcoal powder ni ebi ato na eko ekus pharmacy ubenya biato na na boache tema ubenya biato mensa watakrade delight pharmacy wo Koforodua Wedema pharmacy wa Shaman and all the pharmacies say wo okanshi ubenya biato obi a wanom poison wo yam anayama poison na bia wako hospital ye free mu wo hia we say na a cleaning ni na e de kwa hwe a na dachi akofa problem e de amaw fa number we sisi a 059 820 6885 059 820-6885 and a 020-66-16620 020-66-16620 wey a doc charcoal powder eti me the biba man but we need me team pharmacy for come on now e say the box in na the man near presentation the man say wia o kasa wia some Ghana wia na me the do do show no say makwata bi e dia man so that is that
nice one yeah that say siga e must come ho
e must come ho
ma me quick
na quick no e say doc ye ho ato ye ho awie no Mr. Kabori ye ho ato ye awie na ye ho aye den no ene o kwa kota asase a wuhia baabi a obenya asase abeto awasum bedwo ene da no wasie awie kura de tim kobubutugu ene nkraha ne kumase enya asem keto na no ye chia kwa bu kumase o hyenika yeso agi kumase nsase ni nara e de aboni e de afa aha de ya base ye ba be clear all this mess ya base agenkwa Messiah Imascon Estate Ghana Limited for some country we say ene o pasase ahodwo e wotopoli ye ka topoli a e was Central University Greater Accra hasia the American watchase e ho na abehu topoli na o say ensase ne bra ne ye promotion sa promotion na Imascon for ayen eno no enye for government workers nkwade kwade ma government workers eno obia betimi atobi edwofo ma akuafo adabafo teacherfo edwofo ma etomi anya bito afarefo obia betimi aba bitobi na promotion say plot no baako ebi 32,000 Ghana cedis titis kare 320 million no waso de bra na betwa mu 8,000 pe na 224,000 aka no be spread in 4 months upe we pede 2 years 24 months and what be ma what be tua sa 24,000 aka no na month bia be tua 1,000 Ghana cedis and you want 2.5 plot so ho ne bo ne 16,000 Ghana cedis now say be deposit of 4,000 na 12,000 aka no and no say spread them out 1 year na fatua we wo pe we say opede e ho mo jo uko topoli ho no ahojo ye siesie ho kama nsuo bi bia wo ho e ben Central University and a saben saglame affordable housing e ho obenya wo ne your office e was Sprinters Road Community 18 Junction opposite Allied Filling Station first floor and no Dom Kazala Plaza near KFC ho na abehu yen for number we sisi 0553 840 646 0553-840-646 and 0553-838-730 0553-838-730 and 020-9155-437 020-9155-437 and now no me ko o ka se so ohia me no me ko ni pegu o nya kwan kran no ne makasa and am say doc ni pa wa na baba wa bi no ho fefe no Jennifer obia na no se ziga ne ye ne o obia pade ye Ghana ne se ye pade bia o ye ba ye pade efe ade eye enuti na Imascon Estate for aba now yom for se men kan kire wo se tieniye yom herbal lotion eno no de ene kwa se de age ensem ade bia hunu bia so wakobobo ho ba bia fitu sis na yo ya awana ba akafa ope ne dia ba obi o we prada dada we pra na ehwa ho ache awo ba na eba I don't want to say obi su de bia penny tia ne ya wanu man na o ha to atwa ye wo yom herbal lotion and the aba na yom herbal lotion no baby aye we ya no wo de kan ya na ekọ e scientific way na de aye and the say wo de kan ya na ekọ ntino eno che say o ha e besa ba e ma bia mu kra e yom herbal lotion obi arthritis wo so ayetua wo nam ye che say wo etete wuntimi ni wakono de wo hia yom herbal lotion e betene te e de amount where your fractured bone e betene te e de amount open wound e yom herbal lotion. They said the idea and some Ghana have for nani na baby abekobiano obi etobe na no me hu nkora bi enkora mo sese skai mu se de bi kuta mo ton o ma me se da bi we one district one factory just say so do hujib na so so nya sika bi se enso to eno no obi ato o ko pharmacy de herbal shop bi e wo Ghana obenya bi ato na fa number we sisi a 0244 730 295 0244 730 295 and 030 2945-146 0302945-146 or say buy, use, promote and earn yum herbal lotion and a baby diasem ediamount oh baby ayo ye bia fansaka any 1 minute o de kaya neko yum so de kaya neko yedam wase
amansa sonfo Kojo Preko Dankwah Paul Amantem wo sie di kanfo
and it's 49 minutes past the hour of 8 you go so I work Kessben Maakye so meeting at your manson for Kojo Preko Dankwah Kessben TV and I wish me ma achen eba Kessben TV so Kessben Maakye and I wish sisi and so Facebook you see and I'll join us wa say what me joining on Facebook making kind your WhatsApp messages in nyina and wo text messages in nyina wo de abane nyina no making kind nyina amount and ne anopay and then mene Mahmoud Kabori or your spokesperson Emma the Land and Natural Resource Minister Honorable Amakofi Boa and then babedin common they share the key success and obviously road map omode eba on babe kun galamsey no ekono ano edin pa esane se kun bia obi beka se untumi nhebo se o de 6 months pe na nanso no inroad ana obroni beka se eniema wo de betoto ho no mabetumi aboa ama eniema na tumi akoyie no eno ho nkomo ene ba bedi no enne ono na eba ansa Mekan Accountability Series no ono beka ne de ansa Dr. Honorable Dominic Ayitey de no so and indeed eniema Honorable Minister Mekan Kofi Amabwa editutu dwanom some of them are very critical and I think that we need to look at it again the issues of drastically reducing the number of years the prospecting licenses for no and I face so issues that has to do with the excavators I am pounding and I feel so no. The most important one that I feel say I will want to ask again and again is has to do with the 9th red zone forest now. You repossess it as to the current state of it. As I see it then we'll go to look at almost about 55 small scale mining licenses revoking and then I understand say 907 under review. Meaning somewhere we there and some way so there. Then you be who and come I will fear Hanuman. I feel so no. MDF for Minerals Development Fund for and she says so that honoma a bit me aboma communities no so no enya de se ene de efata and I feel so young ones I form someone protecting your water no and no see bit me share no se time bemwa and then another one that we did in June July the tree planting no almost about how many million 30 million or so I see ye dua na aboa ama ensasene tumi gina ne nanso nyina no ya abedi ni nyina ho enkomo e wo fie hanom se na kabore atena se die on the obasa de chemi di ni na piapia no no ni nyina maye enti ma men kan one or two messages pe na fe memra so na ye no endi enkomo. This one says good morning I'm Afrani Electricals Pakosu Estate Kumase. I'll say I am seriously advocating for the largely amendment of the Constitution to save Ghana from politicians and evildoers because the Constitution protects greedy politicians as well as criminals than the vulnerable Ghanaian. Hence, the need to change it to conform to the current trend of issues to save Ghana. Or also, Nadia or the Ebae. No. This one is coming from a very good friend. Kwablavi of Pokwase Benghazi will say President John Mahama must terminate the contract of road contractors who didn't finish the construction of their roads. Government shouldn't give them any money Most of these contractors are MPP contractors. Wow, I don't know about that. They intentionally refuse to construct the roads, but they have collected the money. Any contractor who has chopped money without doing anything must be arrested. Greetings, Honorable John Desmond, and also Nadia Ode Ebae, and then another good friend of mine, Capito, God also mentioned. I think, in fact, this Boku conflict has now become something else, Obra. Kessben pleading with authorities, especially the Boku people, to do all they can to make sure peace and unity reign, because Ghana is a peaceful country, so we need peace. Regards to Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, former Vice President of the Republic, and then Honorable Mavis Hawa Komsen, incoming MPP National Organizer. Mekain de akanyina no, and then again, ma mo so mo de ba on Facebook no so no making kind nyina amam as and when yet was 54 minutes past the hour of 8. We Kessben 92.9 Kessben TV. On DSTV is channel 364, and then on Go channel is 121. Penny atenase inti eba be din komo na afia hwe de eko. Mahmoud bibia boko de.
Alhamdulillah. Ami adom.
Nice one.
Comparable
nice
into.
one. Nice one.
Biji say one so ho ye.
Already adom kakra. You so
Great.
Pressure wo mo.
Awesome. Awesome. Yes, baby oton football pam no na ho hia no. Na fe so sabi o papa so pam ma so say nyina no mode. When you wake up and Ghana folk keep asking the same question, keep making the same demand in your ministry, it shows how important a Juma Woyen Waswe Hono is for the people of Ghana. But the assurance, I want to also from Kone say, right, Emmanuel Amakufibua, Obai Onada, and I do the Sumu, he's doing all he can. From where I said to Betimaka, I said, Papa no ministry make us order no crab for yam mine. All ye do be to me be say said you be told no onya na sa. Now be to me a page on mine room pempon so ye nyina all of us will be proud to call here indeed our homeland. The homeland should not be destroyed for a few interests. The homeland should not be destroyed. The homeland should not be destroyed in such a way say the next generation will not also tap into that glory. Inti ye dey be to me be say o man be fan to my from baso. You're doing a fantastic job, I must confess. Next time remember that Mazanya accolade ba kwa ba. Me na mkuma na maso to football that is a VTF. You have a fantastic team, Richie, Derek, Senior Ziga, fantastic in by all standard. Nyame Shamo. Na yencha wati for no ahefo. The love is massive.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, sabi toda say, hey, but on number few mu na o hwe, hey, obi a se Kessben dey. It's great. So
now we want to do a follow-up on few of the things Ora Amabua edit to during the accountability series, you know. So one of it has to do with almost about 1,002 excavators impounded, and then we're going to look into seriously the 9 red zone forest repossessed na Odihu and Komono, and then we're going to look at some of these licensing and reducing of it and all that. Any painful I think right after a year, one of them has to do with the licensing, but I'm not sure some of your Obibe can see us no more work within the mining industry, or the fact that reducing the number of years for prospecting, but rather we should be encouraging the fact that yen share idea so then reducing it might not be necessarily a way to curb anything that it feels SEBI lands and natural resource for SEBI to make some of these things and all. But why the decision in the first place to say a number of years for prospecting?
First of all, this is an ongoing conversation. And an ongoing conversation.
Okay.
Because we believe to get a very sanitized, mineralized area, industry, and now say to have some sort of sanity in the mining industry, especially when you want it to benefit Ghana for the most, you know. Was a yedi any share titri yamra any enshisha yedi agwakwam. One might be good for us 10, 20, 30 years ago, no, might not necessarily be good for us today. Nti nipa kra brabom no utu anamoko anymore. Was a course now a reflection or review na ohun de was a son will be. Nti as part of research agenda no. Honorable Amakofi Boy say in terms of your minerals and mining policy, in terms of your minerals and mining act, niema bi baako mienu bi wo mu a ne ni esesa bi ebebo my Ghana. A typical example. Semaba beje prospecting lease. Now I'm supposed to hold it in perpetuity. Now, mean to me, because I feel so I didn't the de krame. Now, pay you money be maybe within sa area no idea mama say menye prospecting no. Ozunya why ready akuta usika and anything you can go in, identify the mineralized area and start construction. Construction no, because Ghana as a mine will stake in it, you know. Mostly ye po bi obetimi fast track niema na de ehia asase na se no ye be yi no man no ayeden addition fa sopa enti ye jama na in the name of say when you ready, in the name of say mobilization, in the name of say partners, in the name of say mrano kura ma ho kwan say once we nya no obetuma kutacha, it blocks the room for other people. I be on my crowd say and manim ya ko betuma bed and no kura hadwin ma toda wo aban kura ba se okoye dwumade bi wo ho no na akoye akwansidie ba komino nti instead of saying cardin ye dia the government in this way the president holds all minerals in trust of the people anke ye dia no afi wo baba je se oni obi kotena se ye negotiations o me pacho na say meanwhile say atemra no so a oba ji di obetimaje waje bro so kura na mre no so na say ontumi nya adwuma de aka no yebetimi de ama ofoforo na ono so ahwe na waide wasisi. So for me those things are geared towards helping the Ghanaian people maximize the chances. In fact, faswa mining the bro my biano, this is targeted at say oh my Ghana ebenya so emfasopa na yeso yafa yentuma pa fra. Adie bakwa yese hwe development agreements. Hwe se mining company bi akọ ebi amanse ana ebi ahafu Kenya ase na oni kuru no akohia. Okay, mene mo ye nhihye gold bi a mefa free and for every ounce ebi a wo hama bupin back. In fact, so wo hwe precedent ya it mostly is 1%.
Yeah.
Ohama bupin back me de bema mo na yaboaboa no edoso a ye de yempuntu nwuma mamo. If you say yes see ano na ama Johannesburg any oboase ni nyina ye mining communities. But hweba bi Johannesburg adru na hweba bi oboase te. Inti I was saying yeah, because the communities that feel the direct brunt of these mining activities, they must also benefit in terms of development. Inti minister, any ongoing conversation, and none of him for so far through engagement. You know what saying like I said, there be a balance of chrono grant in term. And until this time around, yen diamond mining companies, no kwama say it's a form of a CSR, corporate social responsibility. There be yen agree with minister and stakeholder, yen agree a certain rate. Na yen fan share will lease no more licenses na edema onumu as a condition. Nti say we hama bu pay me and nine whatever we agree no dey shame a binding on you say ade a wo fa bia no we dey say jam ye dey asiesie kuro no minister so gidi say ye no sa enche bia ba bia Johannesburg no ne other mining communities ado no yenso ye kuro ma mining communities e wa ha no so betima den anyini ntema ma ya fa
ye kabore enkoye se enkan ni die ye nim say oh omo beje ye de hona mo.
That's right.
Omo feel say
oh be adwuma ye
feel say adwuma ye nti
imagine
kwan ma mo keke
obi so akoye golf park kuro no per golf park.
Okay,
kuro no ono utu mining on ho hwe mining there no matter the level whether large scale or small scale or medium scale, there is always some effects our community no so. But because large scale they control activities in it, yeah, no a minimum. Galamsey anything na ye may name call large scale or more so no. And say what you man no so grow so they are. Why do you think when I be decided the opposite of your mommy? And when they go, they make the options limited. Nana suku and our markets.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
But we can talk about 3% EDA, 3% industrial hub. It factory.
Yes. Because
People,
produce
yes, that's right. Aside go do a momo fakono. Ye cocoa ni na ya de kokwa. Ye pesi nya mini cocoa processing plant. Ye pesi ye pesi eba boa makuro no eden. Nti wo behunu se afei wo ye alternative livelihood through modern agricultural practices. And ye maburu no akono because when at the end of the day no obenya factory abeden or then the raw material abeko. This is all geared towards as a minister per se. Krono efa ne dachi hye ne nsam na mpuntu no ba wano na oman no timi nchichire no timi ye den ekontem ade ba ko a yekurum ha ye wo tutie the small scale and the large scale. I know you feel say ni nyina nso mmoa ama enokra ka ho na ama ndi galamsey ya tiete say some people have licenses, small scale licenses, but they don't mind responsibly. Because feel say Uber system will be a Mahmoud Kabore concession. Mahmoud Kabore no kwa more than one. Sometimes when you be a way dedicated for visiting all the sites to check. So we na kwampa no ebe fo ani so. And now you unya subordinate or ya kwadura onko check it. But this time say nipa na ho den bro small scale na onu so ntimi nduru large scale. Minister say you introduce a 30 a friend of medium scale.
Okay, so we're going to have the
small, medium, and then
large. But what makes what's the difference? What will make a small scale, a middle scale, a middle scale, and then a large scale? At the end, I'm what the best.
Obiara the conditionalities are sabi near my bow jumadi no hobra.
Okay.
Said the etie na fenshi no krano small scale sabi the off-road taxi bo na articulator bo nyepe. Nti ishishe no krano said the etie ni ade. Ye fele say who introduce medium scale now. A lot more people are more bebre in the area of small scale. No, they will be able to consolidate. Nti say or medium scale. If you are people across small scale 10, they will one medium scale. You are easily able to monitor the juma or and coordinate it properly. But what I say, a lot more of the large scale juma so Ghana for bebre no ni ahoden or between they do the large scale level. Until when you give them that layer, a middle layer, no, a boama indigenization, say when you Ghana for the local participation, no, and also to me then a cost. It's way idea and also a part of the Minerals and Mining Act discussion, policy, and then we act review discussion, and then the okay. In common, like I said, it's an ongoing conversation. In fact, we've done about 85% of the engagement.
Yes.
It is not closed. There is still a window. CSO, BFO say, that is the belief of the minister. And he's practicing an open door policy. You can always walk in. Oh, meeting the Asumasi, Mrs. say, ongoing discussion, and now you can even walk to the Minerals Commission. Say, Adia Muni Minister, Miss Madrin Chileni, Ebiana. Mobile mikuru na miniwana and then you be an etifi akwantu ni adwuma semuti this and now they are called
okay
mpenifu obesa adwen na ya they atutu ye na aboa
mayamra the issue of is it the blue
water guards
you know may share a accountability series you know obi bisa a question and I really want to get a further explanation to it. The fact that you almost about 450, you increase. Se ebane se insuno ejina bibia yo okay. Some membunu na ya form no. Mo be yo mo den. What will be the next chapter for some membunu ya more form more regions?
Me that's really just like Minister Khan, you know. We're working closely with Minerals Commission. Say nkofu e bit me secure that papa momo. a lot more of them will one way or the other branch because already Navy in a training omo. Into more adwuma die be so ani no enye nwanwa say commanding officers omo no ye adwuma ko recommend oh Kofi de yemfa no ko Navy abena de yemfa no go say but a lot more of the rest because when him say forestry guard you know it started with piloting program where you know officers Kofi we require breton mu bebre and yes as so yemfa mrantie bi na krom ho no mo boy require breton and there it has become a whole institution. So what I say? Nti enye me wanwa because yenso no hu hia say dey kwa breto no hu hia dia. What stops us from getting a permanent team to as and when monitor our water bodies for us, do the community sensitization? Instead of forest review ya. Eje be hihia omko nkrom ko sensitization. E be dru ku ayo bre say they sensitize farmers and all of that. Nti omadwuma na nyeze omo bokwaye no nkwa ho bai. They do other friends community awareness creation and all of that. Nti we are working closely with Minerals Commission. Say these people will not just finish adwuma edi amono na yenka omotiko say omunko fie. But
we are looking productive.
Yes. Me tina wa fidi yesu na me be little adwuma blue water guards for no year na me no omo ani ni ye. Na me kwa mani no kura magana for. They has been very productive. Imagine say utikrum na 80 to 90% of one more ye galamsey no eya hoho omu mfiri ukrom ho and omu na omu di omu dwuma die say the very livelihood you depend the very point of survival you people depend on which is the water body and omu say no to siso to da kura na natimi jiga kakra ne ade and ya fasa krom ho mabraba na mrantie de bi ye do ma fantiti yesronkomu ha wa obetimi ageji wa ukrom fu achechro mu de nipa yi nsunsun so de bebrɛ na nanom ne ade how a wobetime monitor kura kire say na yeti nam krom ya tese microphone person mo ko atifi ha na afo ha say enti they pick the intelligence communicate to law enforcement agencies and then they clamp down on them at that part so ne say them di kakan no mo koye engagement ni kuro no hia na mo acheche senti a ho behia say e obi ahia sem say bebo nsuo no ho ba in fact brave ones among them have started and of late we are trying to we are discouraging them because yen deployment strategy is non-confrontation but we've seen videos of some of them or more timidity so no kwa yire galamse fu na no if I was saying ankobra ho baby o mo kwa yire China for dia bobo ya che o mo a omo di omo ko. Yes, we do not encourage confrontation as a part of our deployment strategy because equipment sometimes these galamseyers could be dangerous. We do not want to risk, but it shows how passionately one more person and just recently your sister station did a documentary TV3 and they were showing how blue water gas presence on Cobra have made within a short possible time how Cobra have begun to look good. Yes, I'm happy.
Okay.
So the first badge was 450.
Yes.
Now Yako inaugurated, minister inaugurated the second badge, which is 530, bringing the total number to about 980. The target is set by the end of December. No, you be to me training 2,000 near deployment to the reverend communities.
Mahmoud, will the minister consider this argument if it really it makes some meaning? The issue of say blue water guards as against almost sebi kakrawaye debe momo, and we knowing very well the potential bribery, corruption, and money showing by these galamseyers. I mean, to these young guys and all that. That's, I mean, war. Have we considered? Has the ministry considered such a confrontation that will come? Better there be no ye anymore. Ubenya galamsey ni bia we bie sika kese so a kire mrantie ya I would atwo kakra ne yenya de aya manko aya manfa ho so no agini sika because even politicians and even the ministers are even facing the same challenges with the same galamseyers. Is the ministry considering, I mean, such issues confronting these blue water guards for you?
Definitely, the if statement there, out of the way. These are if statements because everything will be. In fact, upatrio muka 1 million cedis per month. The opposite of your bonnet no be bonnet. Upatrio muka 1 Ghana cedis per month. The one person or didn't hold 2 no ball minor a home brano obey crado. And these young people are guided by their conscience. Or more dream you say. In fact, and that is a positive thinking. Yeah, generation, you know, this is a challenge we are facing. And sometimes when you carry that belief, that thinking on your shoulder, now when him say history will be good, history will be kind with you. Sometimes it's not always about money. But what does it? Yeah, no more say be yes, minister. Do you know the kind of pressures that comes to us? But me Mijidi say dimpa we yes na hunya nipa bebre baye be yesikasem ekoso omo sen ewiwi omo sen. But why would you even be insensitive to accept unkwa odie and putting all the people in 33 million and over people in danger? And these people are guided by a certain moral principle, through training, no soldier for no dia show mo aboa e guide you e yes, if you be a mensa womb, we are yet to identify our mensa as far as the blue water gas is of concern. I am hoping and praying. Say we never identify a mensa, no, and we never have a mensa as far as the blue water gas is of concern. Na omunye no said the omashasi omunye no. There's a great reward ahead of them.
Okay. I recall, sir, President Mahama during the campaign made mention that, listen, the workers on the ground in terms of galamsey and all that, you know, we will have to move beyond them and start either naming and shaming or arresting the kingpins who are behind these young guys in doing it and all that. So far, ministry net is saying,
so far so good.
Okay.
The last time I remember her, me catch us, one of the challenges we're facing was that Obakwa Kochisa young boy see. Or you excavator operator, or you dozer operator, or that or that. Obeye no wiase wadi nyina ombi na no nka who brought him there.
Yes,
Edi na wonti mi hwe excavator bi afosu ngaze we dem susu se be wontu mi dia. Ana se obentin dia. Wontu mi so hwe abrante anim nkaze we dem susu se sumasi na obentin na de na ba ha. Enu ntina ye di technology ya partner with Transport Ministry, DVLA. I partner with Ministry of Finance, the GRA Custom Divisions, and the Kekao. Say, when you say you can register excavator.
Wow.
Strangely.
Excavators are never registered.
Almost in a muka.
Yeah, you feel porter.
I know what they call. Hey. And so now, in partnership with DVLA, we're giving all excavator owners an ultimatum. I'm ready also. Now online the excavator will treat it like Togo car. Now you're confiscated to the state. You will register a camera, a buy number plate near the acquired drip projuma. Now say it to me successfully you win in area. After you site to excavator be the bonnet now China. You don't need operator not test to tell you who owns that excavator. With just the number plate, you can check from DVLA. Excavator number JR so and so why they are. Yes, already. I say, hey, now what customer minister always excavator? Then the man my day, Eddie. But aside that, you know, but a few of the campaigns and so I feel say more the high level politically exposed persons are and they be no who akadwam. So unya kwenya na se unya 1,345 arrests that we've made.
Yes,
especially the Chinese campaigns. A lot of them. In fact. Maybe I'm not supposed to say this, but let me just give. There was an operation. Then after the operation, the court. Then one way or the other, they secure bail for the Chinese guys. Then leader of the operation over when you bring a Chinese guy in a French shop or so in Asia. On Asia, he's bribing him with $60,000.
Wow. 60K.
This is huge money.
Richard Crompo.
It's huge money. But you see, that man, because the conviction, then say, hey, how I saw mine, we have to get that problem off. Only on the side of Wajeno. They did that one feels over 50 million or trading and was rearresting.
Wow.
He went and declared it to Interior Minister. Abuakra mi yenye sika say you please say you may but what I say people of high level integrity. In fact, this is the first time who say as far as the fight against galamsey is almost everyone at all levels. In fact, we not 100%. Brako Jodi American counter say we not 100%. And they say maybe Nyankopon boda pesi na yeto da ho na obonsam so tutu do ko bi. There are few people that would want to make your work difficult for you. But I can say minister has a team and collaborators omunyina are cloud with one mindset, the mindset of substituting irresponsible and illegal mining with responsible and legal mining. Say be ya oman be di so mfaso. Na ye gold board okura ya seti no. Ye gigi gold near the kwama no ne a. Wiase nyina be hunu say ye gold no de every sustainably managed sources. Enye kwambo ne so ne yedinya gold no. Ne mum kwampa ense nsu ense environment resources bia. That is where we want to get to. And that is where almost everyone on the team is working at. And that is what makes Honorable Emmanuel Amakofibua a leader of our time. In fact, they say for every generation there is a challenge. For that challenge, one person is always sent to help rectify and solve that challenge. Me feel say ye generation we say galam say a challenge there. Then Owura Amakofibua na Nyankopon soma no maye. So meboa. And quote me anywhere and people will vindicate this position. Say the man is doing what Napoleon couldn't do. The man is giving his all to Ghana for the aka and they say chi dom no a Ghana for boy and you better akoso ayden aboye na dwumadi no ayeye no abamwo bi ama e de ahoden no yokodro honhom be yadrum pampan so a Ghana for percent wondro hwe for the past 27 years. And this is just a way of breaking news. Ghana try say you bet me institute what we call the TUC, timber utilization contracts. Now replacing the normal concession and them amount for good trend, because this is a lower and now she ya be boa ama ye timber no a ye twa e be ya density say a free environmentally a friend say forest managed sources. Sam rainu ye koye nimu a ebeboa ya ma yetimi issue the friend of the FLECT licenses.
Yes.
The friend of forest forest law enforcement governance and trade licenses. So unya sa FLECT licenses here. Emma one EU market and EU in terms of timber trade easy now. For the past 27 years, Ghana has been trying to get to this point. Into me. In 6 months, maybe I can say in less than 6 months. Because Owura Amakofibua this ministry in February.
Yes.
In less than 6 months, Owura Amakofibua has been able to secure about 67 of existing forest contractor, the TUCs. And now when you new ones, 65 new ones, bringing the number to about 132 companies and they omunina kura the TUCs. Wow. Timber utilization contracts. Yeah. Actually said now Ghana qualifies or we've met the criteria for FLECT. The whole Africa, Ghana is the only country I will qualify thus far for the FLECT licenses. Wow. And in terms of globally, we Indonesia, Ghana not to achieve that feat in just less than 6 months.
Wonderful.
Do you know what that means?
Wonderful.
In there, you fire team man come more being work say wait here and fa kwampa so na baby. And no crowd one may reduce smuggling. Because we need in krata semata. Want to mean adwuma no. E boa crowd my illegal lumbering ejai nso as born climate change no ho kro no ba nyina no eboa na eboa nso magana nso we are able to monitor your revenue na foreign exchange every timber mu aba no ya maximize na yetimi asari invest e bi dodo no to that green economy na mabuna nya adwuma ide aye senya minister wo foresight enya minister on na no ye adwuma wia na dwene ayia nobody can achieve this in 6 months. And Orama Kofi Bua de Mushia no Kurumwa. Ya muntwa no kurse. Adwuma obo no. Ya me anim ni ehu.
Answer na be we talking about Ama Kofi Bua. There was a press release on yesterday dealing with the Bekwai District Office of the Forestry Commission, Otro, and I like the way the posture and the way Oye Nejumano, in the sense that he really has some authority on whatever he's doing. I'll say earlier today, I received reports on the brazen and unlawful closure of the Bekwai District Office of the Forestry Commission by persons masquerading as national security operatives in the Ashanti region. As a sector minister, I am deeply appalled by this incident and strongly condemn the invasion in no uncertain terms. Indeed, such acts of lawlessness undermine the rule of law, threaten public peace, and tarnish the integrity of institutions like the national security, and must not be allowed, on and on and on. I mean, I like the posture. I like the way the press statement is even couched.
Yeah.
It tells you how Ama Kofi Bua is really, positioned to really enforce Niema, when it comes to maybe say, even within he's not happy.
Yeah. He says it as it is.
Yes.
On Friday, Montoma, Sanzetio, who cannot create Dankwah, sends a Dankwah grow. It's becoming one too many, and I was here cannot create. And I'm happy. Say before Christ Minister Babe Kasano, na DCOP Abdul Razak Ababotia Mekasi, he has ordered for the arrest of these guys. Senior, yeah, kone omo illegality how minor. And the way national security, you help us to fight the people, the bad guys are omo how minor through either illegal lumbering, illegal mining, or whatsoever. But so social legitimately state institution or juma. For whatever reason, is it really part of a juma? I was say of my security agency Biayana. Me, I don't believe those people were indeed national security operatives. And then I say, Jalebi ados women di hunkremo papa anamwa, but the career does.
Yes.
So anybody at all can go and wear anything. Me pese mi hunu baby a suswan de body huno ebekoja. Yenchi womo tutu omano ampaso obi a national security operative sir. Who gave the order? Why that order? Nyina na wo say nipa ni bibe den ebe yi ano. Omompani mahama onso so sa na ema so. So hunu. Nti aden na wo say etena ho mhwe ma nkrofo bi di omo kaka be say edwanam. Enya de papa. Enya de a e wo say obi a eden. So. I agree with minister. Just like any well-meaning Ghanaian will condemn, no, I support minister say, let's condemn this in no uncertain terms. Na more security agencies for no more muchidom.
Okay.
Na omunye hwehwemu a esi from fake. Na yentimi ade. In fact, Galamsey any home chrono banti ama ye ministry ye pie kura nkomo dede wo mu kura na muntumi ntie susu ampa se obi be free akomadan wo obekuma se abeye lance hon krata susu ampa se obi be free ebia yes ke obi be free element no okota krade and the minister say let's decentralize the lands administration and land services na e got district level so far but they have already identified 90 offices in underserved areas. Target is that by the end of the year, they should be able to decentralize their services to all district level. ama Ghana ni nu a wotwa kwan bebrebenti ni ne ma no kra ye hwesika ni agya hiani no hiani buburo no ade se mama me adwata ono so betumi akoye ne nsase no ho nkrata onfa wo how bebremu ebeboa ma the perceived corruption kra no a bi feel say ahye lands commission ma no ebebo ama ni nyina so ayeden ate enti ene ma dodo no a na ekoso ya so ye yiri say emre sem de aka no ye de beso so na mi ka say ya manyante say mi amaja nimpon ha mi amaja nimpon Ora Alaji Mahmoud Seidu.
Yes.
Say wa fili na say. Wa say me ba wa on fa nchen na we hu na wa say me no say pa.
No credit. That's
right.
Yeah,
yes, ya body pa bia mienu. Eno nti me chia no sonko. Anopa mayembo me boss abaso Rama Kofi Bu abaso. Onko so nya de oye no. Ghana for tanachi. Nyankopon hu ne niam pa oye. Nipa nso ahunu na nipa na nyame nyina ni aso mji se mre se fatam no nyina no celebrate him properly na who said the oye no ye ni so.
I am equally happy with the way or yet beyond galamsey, like you rightly saying. I mean to say
mining reforms,
yes, more from was a commission,
yes,
land commission,
land management reforms,
and all that. I mean, there are too many things.
Everything simultaneously. Simultaneously.
I'm really happy the way on the leadership. You know,
that's right. That's right.
Because I say on your jumano, Monty Ubia, then I know say. Things will work out.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Yene Mahmoud Kabori ni no Edin Komono, a spokesperson Emma the Land and Natural Resource Minister Meka Honorable Ama Kufibwa and I no Edi and Komono. Yeguswa wa hanom Emas Confor Atenase Yenin Komona for yen share their questions asem and ye mo pass as ya to me sure so utifie wo dwene wo pe baby do sika na hye wo pe obi nko bi yebu e won sase ho me pacho dabi eye mascon ene so nyomo edi nkomo na yehwe kwan obefa so a obenya no kama boni bi eni ho asase a eye service plot na onyomo eni nkomo na omo enhwe bibia emma mascon bia boko de
oh nyame adom bibia boko mekọ ayie minua ba
oh sorry
wo to anana mo nse do na na okuada ne tompem ya wada atwem kọ ne ekosie no enti no mekọ manso aboboso na wote ho na ye hwe When La Missy,
yes,
and a minion cocoa bacono, you're coming, Derek, Derek, yes. Now you're Shamopa, almost say, hey, where do you have? Kessben, you're Shamopa, Papayano, Tabo Boss, as soon as they went to a catch woman, I say, yes, it's my first acronym, so Namena Ubi Biadasi, or Momo Beja, a year upon so busia, and your man swab aboso, ya a year to me a year categories upon which Ubi Bia baby and Uncle Pong, who shall papa. Bi anyankopon show bia
that's yanko imaskon
yo me da se abusua ye ni kanfa enchia sonko a emu oduru ema imaskon estate Ghana limited adumefo ne ahwefo ne obi biada de etia meka we eni sese imaskon adumefo no ye dan ana manfo betumanya nsase pa ato eno nti ya da adumefo nyina se ya pani kwantrel for da adumeko na no owura hope ono nso so ye bo na baso ewa no monto sonko a wotuo ne ye ka chi nyakopon so nkoso anto ne nkwanem ne wonkoso anya asase pa enton emfa ema customers a wo nso so e pa asase pa no mo sidan ewo so no na afa ye bo ye customers nso abaso owura hope ene adumefo nyina so se ye nam wose papa se bre bia da ye beba afidi kasie so na ye bebo ensase pa ho dawro se momra metobi no monso munya gidie ene arehwemu ene akomapa na mutua no mompa edi yachi baby biada mo wo my Ghana fa na mo bank hanum se beton sase ne bi no ye damase papa sa na montuo so nko amutuo na abusuanfo sade mpanifo kan wo se abosoba anama eja epaye ana otonfo nso baby a oguso ebo chan na chese honum ehia ne papa asekire nyina da ene se Imaskon Estate Ghana Limited brano a ye ba mo nchan ye ba maso ye nbedi nkomofa ye nsase pa hono chese ehia ye se obi biada wo pasase pato so odi si dan atenemu ana empodi bia company no ohia ye papa se wo benya nsase pa no wato ewo nkramantami mu ebisie nyina ye nim se nkra hanom die ye kan nsase semu a ya na nyame anim ni record na sa wonsam ya na entai enye obetie yese asase wo yakum obi obetie yese asase wo no ye pra obi obetie so bi akoto na sase no na langard fa akwa no so akwa pam no afrin sase ne so wobetie yes obi akoto na sase no na nipa bi firi baby say ebusianfo ye ebusia pani ye hene na bewiase akwa akoto se nipa no so ne ye giniska foforo esen twtwa ne sase ne eche obi nso kwampo de si yankwa ankobo na nkuno ampam na mfa sase ne so a kwabenani nso timi di tumi hye ne nsam na wo sase a wato aba besu dan wo so no no akotwa asase mu half no akotwa bi no afa nanso nhyanka nyame se Imascon Estate Ghana Limited ye bank amantama ye ton sase bapem enei no sa wo hawo ya me bobo so no ebi mada awo ya so ye ho ebi maye ni nyina da ene se Imascon Estate Ghana Limited enam no kwaredi a ye die nti eno kwaredi a de ton yen sase nti eno kwaredi a ye de aye adwuma awo yen sase papa ye ton e otopolini nti no ana enam so asa wo hawo no ye customer bia da wato ya sase no wonya bida e wasase ne so hwe Imascon Estate Ghana Limited yen koyan sase na betimi ato e de ato more than 10 years no akwakoto wa braba so no asan ababetu sase no e da honomo na de opese odi ye bia watumi e de aye e wa bra obi biada enwia wasase ne emfa e wa bra obi biada emehaw e wasase ne so minia wapani kwantra for wada Imascon edumekua no wowura hope gati wo obi a wo nyamesroni wo obi a wo yaso kese bi elder wo Ghana ha na mini di nkoma simba ko kan ye me dan so wo se odi asempa minim se atemuda e wo ho minim se de me ye bia mebu watan ana enye sika bi a me penti ana me ba be ye no maboni e de atia menua nipa dasani me nkoton sase ba ko emfa manipa mienu asase ni mpo me ton no anwe wo so me mpia mu baabi na me nton asase person ema obi na me nsa mo che nton sa ye anwe no so ema obi nemu wo so di abra na beto asase no woto asase ni wi a anwe poduo na e wo so no wo so wo de chew free bra na be fa no kwa eno ache kwan so asase no wasanso atu abura kese e wo so watwe nsuo e de atam e de ma wo se won pesa ho be kire wonti nsuo no so wo de chew kwa wo sha asase udan fa kopim zo besie wo besi dan awie na che se nsuo no so no eye free ana wo de chew de atoso miensa enso ne se wo se asase no won pesa waton e de ma afei ana wo kwa akobra kwa greda no asa akwa fo bi so metwi na nipa kono workmanship ni ade be wi aso ayeso tantan ebi mpa asase no no achiachia no enu nti sa na ete dia wo sa boaw no aya de fefe dia ma wo se wono ade grader adwin asase ne so enu nti abusianfo trofo no se me dance ni e wa brochire ensase ye kan wo se behwe enu na eda so flatter ye de nipa binum akọ no mu wo mu kwa akọhwe asase no ni ye twom de e de ama wo mu enu nti Imascon Estate Ghana Limited de ye tumi eye eniem ye nada wo bi e won sase ton mu enu nti wo de abomadi abra wo de wo ahwe nipa dodo a wo mu di ye chi e kwa asase ne so mu kwa akọhwe asase no ni ye twom de e de ama wo mu we che say Imascon for enokwari a ye de nti ana sa nipa dodo yi won manya gidie ene arohwemu na wo mu edi achi na yensa sebusama mfa number ne mawo mi wi ama kire ba bi ansase ne wo na afa prices aka so me de atoa so na me de amount ye number edikan no eye 0553 840 646 0553 840 646 ana 0553 838 730 0553 838 730 and 0209 155 437 0209 155 437 Abusa Imascon Estate Ghana Limited ye number sa ye didi juma eni na hya so say ye si adante wuto asase wie na wo pra na obetimi dia bane ye sini kama e dia mawo saran so an ye wa dan hodo so ayese wie ye no so ye bon dewrabo ofuo mu etu pe no so no obetimi atobi na de tense ye nsase ye bon dewrabusia sa dewba ye promotion we ya to din say susu for land promotion as a chance obi biada ya wo pass as part of a kakra beto ase ne yankwato de ma yan ma kwan hyase siw dan ana yo company no ewo so ne yama mre na to bo ase ne tua ne kakra kom se wo betimi atua wiem so wo hwa ensaso won se edan ne siso no wei obinya gidie ne arehyimu ewe mu ebra me bo dawro se ya no ana woten wo diska ben ye to asase ma no ye ya won krata asem kama edema no ana wo so wagie di anu nti no wo diska ban ya sense dan ediama no enti dana mu se twa mu koya enu asase ne so na so bi dan nipa no wabrochire ya oba beto a chese we si dan no ediama no wo bi so beto 32 plota we jai ediato wo ko abrochire akoba ne braba no oba be football pitch wo so oba betete Ghana for binim na dachen yetumi enya si Ronaldo nom Messi nom Asamoah Gyan nom eni empono eye kudus nom ewo Ghana ha no bi enu ntabusia me pa oto yensas pepa ho hyem na etumi eto ofise ewon krata sam eye gyanem ya register nyinata ewo lands commission dimti eye registered lands ana sanso eye title land an yeton ya yede ema wo yensas no ewo Tripoli na Tripoli American no ewo Greater Accra region ya emu any voter region say dum taka da bi ewo Greater Accra region ya emu ewo Tema any dowenya kwan so wotrata makakra ko anim na se wudu dowenya honum na Central University wo ewanso na Saglema Affordable Housing ewo wudi free samia me no mabodin enkankan Saglema Affordable Housing no ekọ Imascom for baby yensas ne ewo Tripoli wonum no eye just 5 minutes drive per 5 minutes pe na wadru na adu aminu amesi yensas no bibia ye krado ensuo ni nkane ade bedi djuma no ni na yaboa no dada ewo no musi wudana no ni ye connect ede amam yensas no eni da nsuom eni da techem edayie wonum te se park so wonum te se desert so nta me kan nuansam se anuapuduo ewo so nsuo ntata so ana atechen so eni hom afein so ebusia yensas no one plot no tie me ye onsankansa se ne boten nanso se ba betima to bi no wasiw dan na wan to enten ya teso de abafom one plot no yesi be fa no 32,000 Ghana cedis 32,000 Ghana cedis enomo no an yesi di kanfa emu 8,000 Ghana cedis 8,000 cedis ebeto asem wodi 8,000 ba ye do kwa asase no so ye kotwa wodi amaw ye ma kwa mo wasiw dan ana wa ye de opese wo ye ewo so ebro guso wasiw dan wo so no on se 8,000 ade ato asem tie beka 24,000 cedis meaning 24,000 cedis no ye de bosumi mako aduonu and 24 months which is 2 years arusia a year 2 years me sense su bionya na da a year 2 years and ye dis wo ni aspect e dia maw no atwa ne kakra kanti chese bosumi bia no a year 1,000 cedis 1,000 cedis ana ade beba kopim say 2 years ni beso no na nyame ahye no wonum nyam no watimi atua eye 24,000 aka na awie afa say half plot ena opa eno nso yam watimodi e betwa maw Imascon Estate Ghana Limited yes be fa half plot no 16,000 cedis e 16,000 cedis no eno nso yes di kanfa emu 4,000 cedis 4,000 cedis beto asiem what beto asem ye kwato die ma na ahye na yeso adwuma on say 12,000 and a beka now 12,000 a beka na nso ye de 12 months which is 1 year ebusia 1 year and ye dis wo ni aspread ediama se chense bosumi bia no eye 1,000 cedis 1,000 cedis and ade bentiminia hwanioma ye ediama eni said yes ya packages ye biemu kamade ma we nya chese ye mpese ho be chiro ye mpese bokwa koto be asase wo baabi na ebe wi ase be ntokwasem na ho be chiro na ni tua no wontimi 20 ni aspread ne kamade ma menua ye office no e was Sprinters Road Community 18 Junction Sprinters Road Community 18 Junction yani Allied Filling Station ye wo kwan so na di enhwanimo ye san ben KFC baby a won muton aduane ntisha no so ye Sprinters Road Community 18 Junction die number CBA ebra Imascom for yeko na susu for land promotion fa wo hyem ne beton sase pay bi ye number edi kan no 0553 840 646 0553 840 646 and 0553 838 730 0553 838 730 and 0209 155 437 0209 155 437 Imascon Estate Ghana Limited Susu for land promotion found sham fisa honomu and in sas papa fio fra yabedo so no baby tobi yada say
yes yada say to you munyina it's 9:43 Ahanamidi joining basically the man song for Kojo Preko Dankwah, heavily produced by Richard Apia Sapon, Daniel and Afesu Fifi.